News on KCIM is brought to you by Commercial Savings Bank. Our interest is you.
Good morning. I'm Nathan Cones here with your KCIM 7 o'clock news. 2 people died and several were injured in a crash Saturday evening in Calhoun County. According to the Iowa State Patrol, that collision occurred at approximately 9:50 p.m. on Iowa Highway 7, about 3 miles east of Manson. Authorities say a 2012 Chevy Expedition, operated by 46-year-old Wilfredo Cordova Mesa of Storm Lake, was traveling westbound on the highway and crossed the center line, colliding head-on with a 2020 Chevy Silverado driven by Connor Darr of Manson. The Mesa SUV came to rest in the north ditch on its side, while the Darr pickup came to rest in a nearby field after striking a utility pole. Officials say multiple passengers in the Mesa vehicle were unrestrained and were sitting on patio furniture in the SUV's rear area at the time of the crash. 2 of Mesa's passengers, 26-year-old Alondra Bravo and 34-year-old Jorge Perez Echeverria, both of Storm Lake, sustained fatal injuries. 46-year-old Marina Escalante was airlifted to a Des Moines hospital with life-threatening injuries, and Mesa, as well as an 8-year-old male passenger, were also sustained injuries and were transported to Unity Point Hospital in Fort Dodge, along with Darr, the driver of the other vehicle. The Iowa State Patrol was assisted at the scene by the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office, the Manson and Fort Dodge Fire Departments, and the Calhoun County Emergency Medical Services alongside other agencies. The investigation into the crash is ongoing. Western Iowa Networks broke ground on Thursday for its new Southern Operations Facility in Malvern. The approximately 18,000 square foot facility will feature office space for technicians, a garage for vehicles, storage for equipment, as well as other aspects. The site, when completed, will support WIN's growing operations in that area and improve connectivity for homes, businesses, and communities. CEO Jeff Royland says this groundbreaking is not just about a new building, it's about our long-term commitment to Southern Iowa. Our fiber to the home expansion is creating opportunities for education, business growth, and innovation. This facility will help us better support our customers, expand our reach, and ensure that rural communities have access to the fast, reliable connectivity they need. Construction is expected to begin immediately, with completion planned by the end of 2026. The facility will enable technicians to serve a roughly 30-mile radius extending from Interstate 80 down to near the Missouri border. The Iowa Finance Authority is sending more than $1 million to homelessness prevention programs across the state to help fill a gap left behind by expiring federal COVID assistance. Emily Harvey is the executive director of the Muscatine Center for Social Action, and she says the Finance Authority is giving them around $100,000.
This is really key, and especially at a time when there's so much uncertainty around funding and, HUD funding, federal funding sources. This is a really important partnership.
They are losing $600,000 from the federal government. The Finance Authority's new homelessness prevention fund broadens the amount of people that can be served, which Harvey gives her organization more flexibility.
It helps filling this gap, and it allows us to kind of look at how we allocate funds and other grants to where they're needed.
Several counties right here in our listening area will see a share of this funding. The Crisis Intervention and Advocacy Center will receive $145,600, and they serve Audubon, Guthrie, Cass, and Shelby counties. $65,000 will go to the Family Crisis Centers, as well as Northwest Iowa, which includes Carroll, Crawford, and Ida counties. And then $80,600 will go to the Shelter Housing Corporation and the Bridge Home for Greene County, as well as Upper Des Moines Opportunity Incorporated, which includes Calhoun and Sac counties. The Carroll County Board of Supervisors convenes this morning for their regularly scheduled meeting with funding requests and department updates on their agenda. The meeting begins at 9 a.m. in the supervisors' chambers in the courthouse's lower level. They begin with a presentation from the Carroll Children's Museum Board of Directors seeking a donation from the county to support a $400,000 capital campaign to purchase their location in the Westgate Mall. The Carroll Children's Museum is a registered nonprofit organization that was established in 2023 to provide young families with a safe and engaging environment in which to play and learn. For the last several years, the museum's board has rented the former Christopher and Banks store and is planning to purchase the site to make it a permanent fixture in the community. Following that presentation, Carroll County Engineer Zach Anderson will update the supervisors regarding work going on in the roads department. County officials will also hear from the Carroll County Public Health Department in its quarterly update. The only other items of business on their agenda for this morning are routine alcohol licenses, manure management annual updates, and committee reports. Links to the agenda and the video live stream are included with this story on our website. And Iowa lawmakers are urging the U.S. Department of the Interior to add phosphate to its 2025 critical minerals list, citing rising fertilizer costs and concerns over reliance on foreign supply chains. District 4 Representative Randy Feenstra and Senator Chuck Grassley joined a letter led by Senator Joni Ernst pressing Secretary of the Interior Doug Burgum to designate phosphate as critical following earlier success in securing potash's inclusion. Feenstra says phosphate is vital to Iowa farmers. He notes that China controls approximately 40% of the current global production and has imposed export restrictions that disrupt U.S. access to critical agricultural inputs. Grassley, Ernst, and Feenstra, alongside more than 60 colleagues, signed a bipartisan, bicameral letter in support of that move. Lawmakers argued phosphate's designation would stabilize supply chains, lower input costs, and safeguard U.S. food security. Iowa Representatives Ashley Henson, Marionette Miller-Meeks, and Zach Nunn also signed. You can read the legislators' full letter that's included with this story on our website at 1380kcim.com. And that is going to be wrapping up your Look at News right here on KCIM. I'm Nathan Cones reporting.
Thank you very much, Nathan, for the news update. Check out the news and sports and weather and all that good stuff. Podcasting, streaming, it's all available online. 1380kcim.com or through the mobile app, which you can get for free anytime you want it. KCIM in your app store. That's what you search. KCIM, of course, your news brought to you by Commercial Savings Bank. They've been tailoring financial solutions for Carroll County residents since 1917. At Commercial Savings Bank, their interest is you.